Perth magistrates court today to plead not guilty to charges of fraud, because in actual fact there was no fraud committed by myself or any other party in this case. This is a case of secret commissions.
And this has always been your position, hasn't it, Ray?
Yes. Not guilty to fraud, yes. And the fraud is a frivolous charge because it's totally incorrect. What in actual fact happened was there was agreement between these contractors, right, and the OWU, well not the OWU, but Bruce Wilson from the OWU. He met with his brother-in-law, Joe Trio, who was the senior executive of Thies Contractors WA. Thies Contractors and Bruce Wilson negotiated a deal for secret commissions. Initially those discussions took place in West Australia between Thies Contractors and Joe Trio and a bloke by the name of Nick Dukes. Subsequent to that, there was a meeting held in Sydney between senior executives of Thies Contractors, Bill Ludwig, the Queensland State Secretary of the Australian Workers Union, Thies Contractors executives and Bruce Wilson sat down and they agreed to a payment of $300,000 over a period of 3 years by means of secret commissions to the OW Workplace Reform Association that was established to receive the secret commissions from these contractors. There was no fraud. There's ample evidence to support my case for acquittal because I committed no fraud. I was purely and simply the bag man used by Bruce Wilson and Joe Trio and other parties, Bill Ludwig from Queensland, the OW State Secretary and Federal President of the OW. They negotiated the deal for the secret commissions, these contractors. So, there's two parties to if they want to call it a fraud, to secret commissions, that is the giver and the receiver. Why am I being charged, right, for fraud when in actual fact I had no party to the negotiations with Thies Contractors for the secret commissions? I was not a party to that at all. I was just used as a vehicle by Bruce Wilson to achieve a means for and on behalf of himself, Thies Contractors and Joe Ludwig and co.
Have you told all this to the police already? Do they know that's your...
No, I've not discussed the secret commissions issue with them. Look, the police are fully aware of all of the matters relating to this case and how and when it occurred. They have ample evidence to support that. And I'm at a loss as to why they're charging me with fraud because, as I said, I've not committed a fraud.
Have they explained any of that to you?
Explain what to me, sorry?
Why they've decided to charge you?
They've charged me with 31 counts of cause a detriment to a person by fraud, namely Thies Contractors. Yeah. I never defrauded Thies Contractors. Thies Contractors agreed. The chief executives of the main man of Thies Contractors met with Bruce Wilson, Bill Ludwig from Queensland in Sydney at a secret dinner and agreed to a secret commission package over the life of the Warsaw Cup project.
So
why aren't they being charged?
Will you bring all this out if and when a trial happens? Will you bring all this out if and when a trial happens?
Oh, look, that'll be entirely up to my lawyers what evidence is presented in my case. But yes, I'm seeking for it to go to a committal hearing. I'm not going to plead guilty to something I didn't do. I'm going to plead not guilty today if I'm asked to plead, and I've been advised by lawyers to go to a committal hearing. There'll be a lengthy period of time between now and the committal hearing because it's a huge case. It requires a lot of research and documentation and witness statements and subpoenaing parties to appear over a committal hearing or trial as decided by the magistrate today.
Did you say you've come back 10 times?
Yes, I've been back 10 times to Australia on this, yeah. We had a royal commission into this. The Victorian police investigated for nearly 5 years. They subsequently, I had an informal meeting in September last year, delivered to Melbourne to meet with the Victorian Police, Detective Sergeant Ross Mitchell, and I met with his superior over coffee outside the police fraud squad headquarters in Melbourne in Spencer Street. My question to them is what is going on with the case because it's just dragging on and on and on. 5 years is a long time. They said to me that it was out of their hands now. They've handed the file to WA because the offences were committed in WA. Well, quite frankly, that's not true. The offences were committed across 3 states, WA, Victoria and New South Wales, right? With the imprimatur of Bill Ludwig Queensland AW, the federal president and state secretary of the AW, sat down in Sydney. So the crime of secret commissions was actually negotiated and implemented in Sydney and in Perth with Bruce Wilson talking with his brother-in-law, the chief of peace contractors here in Perth at the time. Nick Dukes, the project manager, was in some of those meetings as well. They agreed to, as I've said on numerous occasions now, pay secret commissions to Bruce Wilson and the AW, and Ludwig knew all about it.
Are you paying for your defence? I can't imagine that that's cheap.
My defence is out of my pocket at this stage. I've not got legal aid. I'm still waiting, and I applied for legal aid on the 22nd of March. My first appearance here. I'm still waiting for a response from them.
What about the union? Have they offered to help?
The union are not going to help me. I'm the enemy of the union. I'm the one that's the whistleblower. I'm the one that's trying to bring to light the alleged fraud, which in actual fact is not a fraud.
Do you have any supporters who are offering you financial help?
No comment. Yeah, I've got some friends who are going to offer a little bit of help, but let's be honest, you're talking in a case like this, I need a QC. Ludwig and Joe Trio